Hi, hell, and welcome, my friends, to my channel. I am Lady Calamere, and we already got the clown show going on. I mean, he's blocking the whole view. We got Loki Lofison. But welcome to my channel. I am doing my 329th presentation, and it will be on the Egyptian goddess Heket. And apparently, you can't see anything because Loki is sitting on everything. So we'll just use our imagination. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we don't have to use our imagination. Here is my setup. And this card, the lovely card. I thought I had a picture of Heket, and I don't have a statue of her, unfortunately. And I don't have a frog little knickknack or bric-a-brac. What I would use as a statue for her, but I don't have one anymore. Um, a certain thief I used to live with and rent from. Thanks to you, him, he took it. So, anyways, this is Frog Spirit. They'll clear out the clutter. Speaking about, I used to live with a hoarder. God, synchronicities. Anyways, this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle. I have to give credit where credit is due before I begin. This is by Colette Baron Reed, a 68 card deck and guidebook. Get it on Amazon or eBay or New Age store. So, Heket, who is she? Well, Heket was considered, here we go, one of the possibly one of the earliest deities. In fact, in the Ogdok pantheon, that was the 8 deities. 4 were frogs, 4 were snakes, and they were gods and goddesses. Very ancient deities. Heket, A spelled as Heket and Heqet. People confuse her with Heket, the god of magic, and which is the power of magic itself and the energy of magic. But they even say, well, Heket is an ancient form of Hekati, which we pronounce it Hekate in America, but she's pronounced Hekati in Greek. No, she is not Hekati, and Hekati is not Heket. They have a few things in common, but it's not even close. Oh, because Hekati has one of her images has a frog head, and she deals with midwifery. Big deal. They are not the same deities. I just want to clear the air. And all because something sounds the same doesn't mean they are the same. It's like saying, well, I'm not diet. You can get dye from diet. I mean, really? Okay. Okie dokie. Or that's like saying, caterpillar. It has the word cat, so, cat got the name from cat. You get what I'm saying, right? Right. So, anyways, 4 minutes into this, and we got the clown show going on. So, Heket is the goddess of fertility, especially that of pregnancy and women giving birth. She was called into the birth houses. No, don't break my stuff. He's tearing apart my altar cloth. So she was. If you're new to the channel, we got the 4 C's here: cats, cuteness, craziness, and chaos. Yeah, go scratch something else up, Loki. Yeah, go to your scratcher. That's a good boy. Yeah, nutball. Anyways, I got the image of the goddess here so we can have a statue to look at. So she's a goddess associated with birthing, the birth house, and midwives. She's the goddess of the miracle of birth and helping one to conceive. But she also dealt with the death and the funerary rituals. She was also dealt with resurrection. She also dealt with spooky wooky, the subterranean realms. Some consider her to be one of the eldest or the eldest of the Egyptian deities. And she comes, the reason why I have a frog is she comes, presents herself as a woman with a frog's head or as total frog form. And why a frog? Well, when the Nile would fill up and the rains filled the Nile, loads and loads of frogs would come. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. And of course, it dealt with new life, it dealt with nourishment. No Nile, no life. Too much overflowing of the Nile, and we got death, right? So she is said her husband to be Khnum, Khnum. And her hieroglyph is actually that of a frog. Heket, of course, elements are going to be water as well as earth. Heket is also a goddess that deals with prosperity. You heard me right. See, a lot of people don't associate her with that. They like to pigeonhole things. And she was a goddess that dealt with prosperity, but also that of transition. So transitionings, and she's a goddess of great protection as well as creativity. So she has different names and epithets, right? So Heket's names were actually that of the lady of the lady or the mistress of the two lands, meaning Upper and Lower Egypt. She who fills the ka with the breath of life. That means she brings life into the body. It was said that she would breathe her breath into something and it will come alive. The magic of breathing of that's something that we magicians and witches like to do. We like to breathe life into things. So, taking something and breathing into it. So, yes, show her breath of life. So, the defender of the home. Think about that. She defends your home or what you will call your home. And she's got the late mistress of joy. So she brought happiness and she is a goddess of family. See, a lot of women wanted children. I mean, if you said, well, I only want one children, but back then they'd look at you like you were weird. Why not have five? Why not six? Why not 10? So she is the goddess of childbirth, family, mothers. And The main color, her colors are green. Her main color is green. Her animal, of course, is frogs. And her temples were HER-WER and Kus, KQUS. So those were her main temples. It was said that also Heket also was there helping Aset Isis bring Osiris back to life. In order for her, in order for her to become pregnant with the child, or Hor, which later will translate as Heru, then later becomes Horus the Younger, and not to be confused with Horus the Elder. She also Heket gained more of a connection to childbirth during the Middle Kingdom of Egypt. And as far as her celebrations, a lot of it has been lost. Uh, I would today, let's make it, I would say today we should associate Heket with Mother's Day and with birthdays. We should celebrate her on your birthday, or the day you give birth to your child, and Mother's Day would be perfect day for her celebration. That's what I think we should do. Hey, but that's just me. So she's the patron, however you want to say it, of midwives and those OBGYN who help women give birth. So she defends, she can protect the unborn. She will protect the women who are pregnant and definitely children. So her elements have been associated with water and the other element of earth. I would definitely associate her with a mixture of water and earth, with mud and swampy places. Some one also another place of, she was also, so her cities were like the places, her venerations were the Elephantine Island, the banks of the Nile where the frogs would gather, also Hermopolis and Abydos. So if you can't, they have some really cheap statues on Amazon I've seen just with her frog, but you can use a frog image for her. That is fine. In fact, offerings were little images. If you want to offer her anything, would be images of frogs. So, what would you give to her? You can't go wrong with fresh water, sweet incenses, wine, beer, milk. You can give her, trying to think, lilies, I mean, like the frog and the lily pads. So, lily pads and lilies are good offerings for this goddess. Bread was usually the go to offering for many deities. So, you can't go wrong with sweets and candies. In modern times, I mean, well, pagans love, we pagans love, I don't drink anymore. I don't have a taste for it, but mead, MEAD, is fermented honey, alcohol made from fermented honey. Now, when you see MEADE, that's wine with honey. So it's two different. So MEAD is different from MEADE, no your alcoholic drinks. Both are acceptable by this goddess. Milk, 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 milk. And there I say a mother who is lactating can offer her milk to this goddess. And that's a personal choice. So we go, ew, but whatever. Get over it. So milk in general, cow's milk, goat milk, sheep's milk, milk. If as for as vegans, I don't know, maybe hemp milk. So something sweet that's nourishing, uh, oat milk. I never gave her that. I mean, but there are some people that will not offer any meat, and that's fine. To each their own. Really, knock it off. If you don't trust yourself around alcohol, that's fine. Grape juice is fine. Come on, Loki. You freaking clown. You do this all the time, and you know you're not supposed to be doing that. It's not about him. Loki, get down. Come on, be a good boy. Come show your butt here. Come on, everyone wants to see cat butt. So, anyways, oh god. So, anyways, yeah, I was talking about offerings. That's it. No, 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 no. You hear that? He's knocking things down. Come on. You know you're not supposed to be doing that. You're a bad boy. Come on. So, how would you make an offering altar to her? You can use lily pads, images of frogs, her image, anything to deal with water and swamps, and very motherly. She is a very motherly goddess. You are going to knock down my Hecate statue, and you're not doing that. You know you're not supposed to be up there. What are you doing this for, huh? Uh, lily pads, lotuses are also good for her. So, lotus seeds, lotus flowers. And I'm here petting Loki, keeping him calm because apparently, you hear a purr? He knows he's being a bad boy. So you can give her honey. Honey is a good offering for her. So you're not going to throw me off my game. Really, Loki. They always find a way to disrupt everything. So just get used to it. This presentation is free. I don't even have a Patreon account, so I do this for free. I don't make any money. Maybe one day I'll decide to get a Patreon account. Who knows? I've been doing this since I've been doing presentations. Began with my YouTube in 2020. So, but I've been doing them way before that on Facebook and stuff. and in person. So she deals with the beginning of life and the creation of the world. And I know you're up to something, Loki. I see it in your eyes. Heket is also dealt with the process, like I said, funeral, the mummification. And she was an influential deity during the final stages of one's life. And she was one of her symbols has also been associated to her was the Ankh. So she was called, of course, that would make sense, but she was also called for an easy labor and for an easier pregnancy. The pregnancy is hard. You go through all those hormones. You go through wanting to eat weird food and just eating and the pain and morning sickness. It's not easy, you know. Kudos to those who have easy pregnancies. So an easy, fast delivery. And one of the things, if you don't know, some people might think frogs are ugly, but they're great for pest control. They eat the mosquitoes and flies and roaches and all these icky, icky things that we don't want. So, respect to the frog. And these things, like mosquitoes, roaches, they're pests. They threaten they're unsanitary. You don't want mosquitoes biting you. I mean, not a thing that they can cause for women. It's no concern for a man, from what I understand, but definitely a pregnant woman, a woman wanting to get pregnant, the Zika virus. So, yeah, you definitely want to watch that. So, pest control. Frogs are definitely pest control. So, anyways, Heket is the power of going through changes in life. She can help one during grieving processes after losing a loved one, and she can help someone to help transition when they are in the process of unfortunately dying. She represents the eternal cycle of life, the the power of rejuvenation, and just to feel empowered. She offers that. Other offerings that you can give to her is not just lilies and flowers. One of the things that can take the place of that, especially of lotuses, that is a substitute, is roses. I kid you not. Like Easter lilies, they make me sick. I can't have them in my home. especially with the pollen. It just always makes me sick. So, and I don't want stuff like that in my home, even roses, because I have to keep them away from my cats. Yes, roses can. Lilies are like Easter lilies are freaking toxic to cats, and roses are toxic because it can make them have diarrhea or get them really upset stomach. So yeah, but rose petals and stuff like that is fine. Rose oil, lily oils. She likes the sweet substances. She also people would do dances and music, of course, to her. Another thing is that she does ritual purification, so she can purify the home or birthing room, but she also definitely purifies your home, your room, and she can purify you. You can, do a bathing ritual, even a shower, and turn that into a ritual and call her to cleanse you. I do know animal sacrifices were made to her. So yeah, back in the day, they would sacrifice animals. So midwives and those who were trained in the ways of Heket were actually known as servants of Heket. Gosh, I feel like I've only been talking about 10 minutes and there's 27 minutes already. I guess Heket is not as it guess her popularity is slowly gaining. Again, I mean, she doesn't have the popularity like which is Isis, Het Heret, which is the Egyptian name of Hathor, and Bast and Sekhmet and Set and Sobek, Asar, which is Osiris. She doesn't have that popularity. I mean, you could definitely find her images on eBay and Amazon. So amulets of her were actually placed on the deceased in their mummy wrappings that would help them have a safe passage to the other side, to the afterlife, and to guard against like these negative malevolent forces that wanted to destroy them or lead them astray. So she was also seen holding an ankh. So again, ankh were also her attributes. So yes, the ankh was associated with her, with as with many other deities. Again, it's not like only one can have it. So, anyways, I guess let me just read a little bit. This is again the card comes from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, a 68 deck guidebook. And just where's the huh, here's my book. Joker had it. Like I said, I was never short of a clown show here sometimes. I live in a circus. That's what I might as well just live in a circus tent because that's how my cats act. It's all about them. I like to frog clear out clutter. I'll just read a little bit of this before I let you go. Oracle message: Frog Spirit knows that while all the other frogs are croaking away, this is a time for you to simplify and declutter your life so that you can feel content on your own lily pad. Even when life isn't creating a total cacophony, we can become drawn to the excitement of lots of noise. Then the next thing we know, our schedules, our homes are cluttered with commitments we regret making and objects taking up valuable space. Even relationships need decluttering as they often become messy. Yep. uh, I decluttered a lot. So, Frog Spirit tells you to clean house, prioritize what you need, and get rid of or give away the rest so you can have some space in your day and in your head. You don't need the old stuff and its stories shouting at you about the past. Along the physical cluttering, friendships are sometimes kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down with unnecessary baggage. Now is the time to let go. Yep. Whatever you need will appear when you need it. So release your grip on all that clutter that is making you feel anxious and burdened. Frog Spirit wants you to reclaim your space and unencumbered by shoulds, oughts, and could have beens. Let go and jump off. You are free from all that stuff. So that's just a little bit from this book. Well, anyways, I know it's a little bit off topic, but it was still about froggy woggy spirits. It's beautiful. Look at that. Anyways, I really hope you love this presentation. And so let's just say I had a Patreon account and you wanted to pay me, right? And I love, 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 love money. But I don't have a Patreon account. I haven't set up one. I haven't given a crap about it, to be honest. I mean, I need money. I love money. I could use money, especially after this big move. That cost me thousands. Uh, but give that money to Humane Society, your local SPCA. And instead of buying that designer cat or designer dog, and it's nice to have like maybe a Toiger cat, or I would love to one day get an Oriental, one of those Oriental short hairs with the big floppy ears, and have a cat that looks just like Evil Larry. But there are so many cats and dogs right now that are going to be put down because they're overloaded. There are places, there are kill shelters right now. They got about 20, maybe 48 hours. You're you're the difference between them getting euthanized or not. So and non-kill shelters are at their peak. I mean, they can't even accept any more animals. It's horrible. So get yourself a pet. And by the way, if your home is under new management, I'm just going to give you a little bit of advice, a little bit of calendar advice. You can't have your cat or dog. Oh, what? Miss Kitty just opened, just lifted her head. She's like, what? You get there, you have a therapist, right? Or a psychiatrist, or you can go to a referral center, right? You look one up, make sure it's not one of those letters from the internet. I mean, you can get one from, what is it? Oh, I can't even think. Oh, you just look them up to make sure they are reliable, and you can get you get a call from an actual psychotherapist or therapist, and you to do an intake, and they will give you a letter, and that letter is legal. And if they still give you stuff, you get in touch with your local congress people, your get a mayor, because they're not allowed to do that. And you can keep your animals, and you can say if you have to move, you have say 5 cats, 2 pet limit, or no pet limit, no pets at all. This is my emotional support animals. They are no longer pets. They are my emotional support animals, and they're different from a service animal, meaning HOA and landlords cannot legally deny you, but keep that up every year so that you don't have to lose your pet. Okay, because now they are legally emotional support animals. That's just some seeing it all over the internet, and I have given advice like that. Get them listed as emotional support animals. So, anyways, you have a wonderful day or night. Thank you for listening. This for you are wonderful. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. And as always, blessed be.